Hello and welcome to Viewer 8. We're excited to show this to you. This is our new user interface. So if you go ahead and open Viewer, this should pop up. First we're going to set a few things. So first we need to load a file. Go up to your top menu in the left, File, Open File. Then we're going to choose, this is a JVL file. As you can see, it has the Viewer logo with it. I'm going to open that and it should load pretty quick, and there it is. The video isn't showing until I hit play. So as you can see, it's ready to go. It also shows there are 4 microphones in this file. But if we go up here, and this is our main menu panel, I'm going to go down to Edit, Preferences, and there's a few things I want to go over real quick. You can change your theme. We have 5 colors. Some may need something brighter, maybe you don't see certain colors, whatever works best for you. Alright? You can change your speaker output if you like, from stereo to mono or left to right, whatever fits your needs. And then your skip rate. You can also adjust here. So you could skip at a rate of 1, 5, 10, 30, and 60. We can go ahead and select app on top. This will keep the app on top if you're working with a lot of files and opening and closing things. Sometimes you can lose a program in the midst of that, so this will keep it on top. This also opens the last video that you had played, and then you can also select, remember, the last point played. So it'll take you right back to where you left off. I think those are really handy, so don't forget about them in the Preferences menu. Down here we have log events. We will talk about that in the second video, and it pretty much shows you what you can select, what you want to have shown in your log. So if you don't really need to know about if a mode changed and something went from public to private, we can turn those off, or review messages, we can turn those off and they don't need to show up in the log. Simple as that. Then we have the foot pedals. You can set that however you need. So we have a step back rate, skip back, and skip forward. So you can change those. My step back rate I like to keep at 2, and I like to keep the skip back rate at 5. Then these actions, part of the foot pedal, you can set the pedals to work how you wish. So for rewind, fast forward, and play, you can assign to the left, right, and middle, whichever pedal works for you. This is how it comes by default. And then we have, last but not least, hotkeys. If you are used to something different, you can adjust it here. This is how they come by default again, but take a look over those and you can see all of our selections. There's quite a bit. So we have playback hotkeys, and then we have things about isolating channels and volume and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and we're back to our main panel. We've got our file loaded, and let's just go through a few things here. You can maximize your screen if you want. I like to keep it at this size. You can adjust the screen if you need to see something, if maybe you have more channels and you need some more space. You can drag that down and up if you need. But here we have our title to our file. We have the duration of the file, and then we have the scrub bar. The scrub bar, which what makes it unique is there's no need to buffer. It pulls through the media, and it starts right up wherever you left off. And you can also follow along if you know an action took place during this recording. You can look for it through the video if you need, or if you need to listen. Maybe there was something that showed you the point that you need to be at. You can drag through to find it. Down here we have media start and media end. It is not starting with 0, it's starting with the moment that the media started recording. So the time of day that we made this recording was at 2:57 p.m. It ended at 2:59 p.m. That's important because it coincides with the log. Excuse me. And we'll talk about the log in the next video. If we move down here, this is our time control. As you can see, everything I toggle over, it will give you a name for that tool. So for this tool, we have the Properties panel. For this tool, we have the Log panel. Again, the scrub bar, Media Start, Media End, and we're going back down to the Time Control. So the Time Control shows you the date that it was recorded, and then it shows you the time that it is at right at the moment. So we are in the middle of this file, so it is 2:58 with 13 seconds. So it started at 2:57. We've gone this far, and it's showing you exactly where it's at in the file. So if I want to drag it more, you can see this changed as I moved it. If you need to change more manually, more precise, you can adjust the minutes here if you needed to go down, and if you need to adjust the seconds. If you need to move forward 2 seconds, you can do that however you want. It moves in one increment, so it might take you a little bit of time. If you have a long file and you need to move 20 minutes, I suggest you pull the scrub bar close to where you need to be, and then you can adjust more precisely here once selecting. So we have hours, minutes, seconds. Then we move on to the playback rate. The playback rate is great if you have a fast speaker and you need to slow them down. You can do that here. If you have a slow speaker and you need to speed things up, you have many choices, and they're in small increments to help you choose what's best. It also has an automatic pitch control so that everyone's voice will stay at the same level and save all our ears from a little bit of pain. This is labeled again the playback speed. If you changed it, so we changed it at 1.4, and I need to go back to normal, you just click in the middle there with the 1.0, and that will bring you back to normal. Then we have global volume control. This dial, as you can see, we use it in a few places. These are percentages, so the global volume, meaning all of the channels all together, the total volume is all at 100%, but I want to turn it down. It's a little loud for some reason. I'm going to go to 60. So when I open it, you can see I've selected 60. Or maybe I need to mute everything. I can mute everything. This is an all or nothing button. We don't need to mute everything. We do need to mute channel 1. It has that exact same dial. You can turn it down, or you could mute, whichever you feel is best. If you need to turn it off, open it back up and click the middle for unmute. Then we have audio devices. This shows you your outputs. So if you have a set of speakers, if you have some headphones that you need to be listening to this playback, you can do that. You have many choices. Whatever you plug into your machine should be able to be seen here. So going down a little more, we have channels. So this is, like I said, each speaker has a channel. Each microphone has a channel. So whatever is being input is found here. Again, this is not a set number. You can have as little as 2 and I believe up to 12. And moving on, we have play, and then we have skip forward and skip backwards. So that's a little overview of the main panel. Short and sweet. I hope you liked it and you kind of know your way around.